So we finally have our first look at Lavos in Warframe, our new up-and-coming Alchemist-based Warframe, and I know a lot of you are still waiting on Wraith, who is also supposed to be released before the end of this year, and also looks and sounds absolutely badass, but Lavos sounds like he could be a very, very interesting Warframe to play. He's got vials of who knows what around his waist, as well as those on his shoulders that are just visual, I guess, with snakes that spiral around his arms that are meant to have some kind of functionality when it comes to his abilities. So this is him visually in game, which means he's hopefully pretty close to release, and Megan showed him off during her home time stream yesterday as a reward for the Warframe community raising over 100,000 for their quest to cure cancer charity drive, which is an amazing amount to raise. Now when it comes to Lavos, we don't know anything about his ability set, except that it is serpent based and that these will have their own animations, the snakes around his wrists that is, that can separate from his body. In a previous image from TennoCon earlier this year, we were shown this big snake-like needle that extended away from his arm, kind of like some kind of whip, although I doubt it's an actual whip. It's probably going to snake out and attach itself to enemies. Now on the stat screen it showed him unranked, right? But he had 450 armor unranked, which makes him a pretty tanky boy. That's more than Grendel, more than Rhino, more than Inros, but it is slightly less than Valkyr. He also had 200 base health, which is a high amount. That's more than most Warframes in game, with the exception of Inros and Grendel. Even Nidus has 150 health at base. Now on the screen, Lavos also had 175 base energy, which is, I think, higher than any Warframe in game right now. 150 energy at base, I think, is the highest, with Nova, Loki and a few others having that. So stat-wise, Lavos sounds like a very solid Warframe. I just hope, and I'm sure you guys probably do as well, that the abilities match up to it, okay? I'm hoping that they're really good and it makes him a really good Warframe. And I'm also hoping that this Friday, because there is a dev stream this Friday, I'm hoping that we get a proper look at those abilities in action, or at least described to us in some way so we know what to expect, because he has those vials on his waist and it would be such a huge shame for them not to be, I guess, used in some way, either to buff yourself or your squad by crushing them and, I guess, inhaling the vapors, or just getting the liquid on you, or chugging them even, or making them a caustic kind of element so that when you throw them at enemies it can dissolve the enemies or it will strip their armor or something like that. I basically want the vials to do something and not just hang there as an aesthetic. Visually, Lavos looks very Grenier Nox-like to me, so it will be interesting to see what kind of weapons he comes with as well, what his signature weapons will be. Maybe, because he is Nox visually, a bigger stug, right? Two-handed stug? Dual wield stug, melee stug. I just think Warframe needs more stug. But let me know what you think of Lavos and how he looks, and as always, thanks for watching.